Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're talking about Boogie Gopher Club. If you don't know who that is, Miracle Cash and More stores, ATMs, real estate, insurance, crypto. Just to give you an idea, update May 13th, 2023 from the owner of Miracle Cash and More, Hakan, and also part owner of the Boogie Gopher Club as well, Micah Third, will be on along with a few other people and announcements. This is going to be part one of two, ladies and gentlemen. So you don't want to miss this. Remember, there's links down below in the description if you would like to sign up as a free affiliate or if you would like to sign up and buy an NFT. It's down below in the description. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it.
All right, let me turn this off. All right, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Good to be here. Today I'm actually in an Airbnb on the south side of Cyprus, also known as the EU, the European Union. And we're here with my mother, and we brought Ray's mom over, and my sister's here. And we just visited this really cool church. And we walked over to the corner, and there was stairs down, and there was a sign, and it said, Lazarus tomb. I had to look twice, and I'm like, really? So we walked down in there, and there it was. It was this stone tomb. Apparently, that's where they buried Lazarus. So that was a really surreal moment of being able to kind of see history and touch history. So we had a very nice afternoon with my mom and Ray's mom and my sister. So, all right, today, let me look here. Let me look at the stats. We have 260 amazing Boogie G community people on the call, and the number is climbing. So that is really, really cool. I see we have Ed Terranova here on the line with us. So we got some celebrities in the house. We got Yordi on the call. We got Ray, of course, Melanie and Gail, and all the friendly faces. Our very own Carlos Alvarez. We got Tony and Jessica, and we have the big man Hakan Torhan on the call with us today as well. He's got his soccer jersey on. The forevermore soccer man. Congratulations, Hakan, on the big win. Team number 2 just won Division 1. So now Miracle has 2 strong teams in the Super League here in Cyprus. 2 days ago, we were on the field together, me and Hakan. He made the big mistake of having me play on the other team this time. And of course, we beat the big man's team by 1, I think it was. It was a really exciting. By 2, okay, all right. Well, by 2, all right. Well, it was fun, and he knows now not to put me on an opposing team, right? So you learned your lesson there, okay? We even had Alan join us in that game, and he's a new corporate member for us from Belgium. So he also has, we call it football here over in Europe. He also has football skills. So he even sacrificed and did a slide tackle, and he drew some blood in the first match. So I have to give him some applause for putting it all out there on the field. So, okay, so all right, everyone. So this is really kind of a impromptu, just a kind of a back and forth a little bit. I wanted to talk to Hakan while everyone's on a call with us, because we want to sort of go over everything, bring you up to speed, tell you all the amazing things that are going on. We are also going to reveal what came in for Benelux today. Unfortunately, we did not get Spain. I know a lot of you are waiting for Spain. We didn't get France because there's a very, very, very big election happening right now in Turkey, and that's really pushing everything a little bit delayed because everybody is sitting on pins and needles in Turkey because the person who's been in charge there for many, many, many years, it looks like he may lose this election. And it's kind of like that whole politics, two sides thing happening there. So so that's what's happening there. So Hakan, are you on with us?
Yeah, hi Micah, hi everybody.
Hello, Hakan. All right,
yes,
so
you
we've
are
been
right.
hard at
I
work.
won't fall to that mistake ever again. You are right.
Okay, good. Just we see eye to eye on that. That's great. All right, so you know what I wanted to do is I wanted to start with just sort of talking a little bit about where we are at as a company. Obviously, we all know that we had some targets, and we're behind on that, which in reality, I don't even know if I would call it behind. What it is, you set a target, you fight to make it happen, and you work towards that goal, and you are accomplishing things to get there. It's just that, you can't predict exactly how long it takes to launch things the right way. Like you can launch things just because you said you would launch it. But if you launch it when you're not ready, it's going to work against you, which means it works against every single person who bought an NFT with us. Our job is to do it the right way. Right, Hakan?
And it's also to see things before, and which we'll go into. Okay, so a bit of the update on our first loan. So we finally had the final documents come in, which we all signed, as you know. So we've sent that off. Now we're days away for the first tranche of our 50 million coming in. So it's not weeks, it's days now. So that's a brilliant achievement.
Yep. And I know we got a lot of commissions paid out.
We got a lot of commissions paid out. And I don't know how you wanted to stage this, but I think something that we're just doing on the structuring of the company is something that I want to start with, because I think, because this is an example. So if we go back to why we bought Abu Bamboo, at the day, it didn't mean much, maybe to anybody. But as you know, in our previous calls, it showed by buying Abu Bamboo, it opened the door for EU for us, because the MiCA law came in act, right? So that was something that we foresee.
Let's just cover that really quick so everyone gets that. MiCA is a law that regulates crypto. It's done for all of the EU countries. All are going to come in under that same law. It would be like USA writing a law for all the states, which is passed through the parliament.
It's done.
Yeah, so everybody voted on it. It's done. It is now the law. It's active. So that's Mika. And Abu Bambu were licensed for all of the different categories of crypto business in Spain. And so because of that,
Because Spain is in the
Abu
EU.
Bamba automatically comes in and becomes licensed for all of those, all the categories there are for all of Europe. So in one swoop, we got it all. And just so you can understand how big that is, what was the cost for us to get some of those licenses in Germany, for instance? What did it cost us?
Between 400 to 800,000, depending on the country.
Right.
Euros.
Yeah. So before Mika, every country we go into, number one, we'd have to.
And it's the
spend the
time,
money
Micah.
to do.
It's
And
not
the
only
time.
it's not only the money that it's not the capex. It's actually the time. And if you put the time and the capex together, the actual effect of the business on the startup is not 400,000 euros, but perhaps it's 5 million euros, because it's the time that you're losing on going live and transactions and everything, right?
Right. Right. And governments take their sweet time just to get
And
something
lawyers
back to us.
bless them.
And lawyers, they love to just drag their feet. And yeah, like Hakan says, if everyone understood that victory the way we understand that victory, then you would be dancing, high-fiving, and everything. I don't know if you want to cover something else there, but I had a thought.
So this was an example. This is an example of something that we've done this week. Okay, so at that time when I said this is what we've done, it didn't maybe make that much sense. But 3 months down the line, when Mika came past the parliament, it all made sense, right? So, okay. Now, as you know, in the crypto world, okay, we know that we have designed our NFT backed by an asset, okay, and we know that, and our contractual format, our structure, the way we've brought all our companies under a holding company in Portugal is all to make that asset an asset, okay? Are we frozen? Hello?
You're good, Hakan. I can hear you.
I'm good. I thought
Yeah.
we sort of froze for a moment.
Yeah.
So
I froze for them.
So with all this, we thought, well, how do we make this whole structure even more unique, where the asset is sort of more something that people are more common with, and something that is actually sort of more liquid. So we are partnering with a company which is bought, which is under NASDAQ. We are bringing Abu Bambu under this company. So what does this mean? What this means is that every single NFT holder which has the dividend asset will also have a share in the company, liquid. I think it's Micah that keeps on freezing, but I think I'm good, right, Melanie?
Yes, you're good.
So, in other words, you now have your NFT. Yes, you're being paid with your coins in your dividends, but the asset that's attached with your NFT and or your coin is actually a share under a company under NASDAQ, and it is liquid in your hands. So there is no other company that's achieved this, and I don't think there's any other company that's thought of this, Micah.
I think we
Melanie,
lost
we've lost
Micah.
Micah.
Yes. I think we lost Micah. I'm sure he'll keep trying to pop in, but you're doing great. Just keep on going.
So I'll carry on. So what I actually mean is, this wasn't something that we set to do day one, but it's how you see the business growing and you see potential opportunities or potential obstacles, and you design, you see problems and you design opportunities to make things more unique. And I think this is a major step that we're taking. It actually means for people that's been in the stock market, they will understand better. So you've got liquid coin and you've got liquid share. So you're not just relying on your smart contract, but you're relying on your registered share. If I've been able to explain it as it is. So that's the big achievement that we've had. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement when we announce the DCF that came through for Benelux today. We are we're going to bring on Alan, which I think he's going to introduce himself.
Yeah, I have a list from Micah. So I told him not to panic because luckily he had sent me a list of things to cover today. So he had mentioned the stores. Do you want to talk a little bit more about any of the stores at all?
With Berlin and Köln, we now had some, as you know, some delays, and we've covered those delays thanks through all the investments that came. So in 2 weeks we're opening Berlin and Köln.
Perfect.
We've got in 3 weeks we finish all the stores in Cyprus. I think a question came from NASDAQ, but I couldn't see it. It's gone. If it was to give the name of the company on NASDAQ, we won't do that now. We will do that in 2 weeks' time.
Perfect.
Okay, but it's a done deal.
Perfect. One of the things that Micah had listed was when the loan comes in, how are we doing it? And then also mentioned about the company that we are buying and the shares that everyone will get. And then we're going to bring Alan on.
Hold on there. You'll ask me again.
Yep.
I saw a question coming. How do we know if our NFT brings dividend? Well, it's clearly explained in the contract, so it's there. So so carry on, Melanie.
Yep.
Please.
Do you want to discuss the new company that we're buying or just bought and the shares that we will get? That was another. I could see Micah's back on, so I don't know if he's planning to unmute or if he's going to try and pop in on that as well.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience, everybody. We appreciate it. We're all here, as you know, we're here in Cyprus. The internet is not user-friendly. Even Yordi over here is having some trouble, and she's only a few buildings down from me. So please be patient. We appreciate you guys kind of sticking through with us here. So, Micah, are you able? I don't even see that he's got audio going yet. Bear with me, guys. I'm just looking. So, he had asked me to talk about, or for us to talk about, with the loan coming in. How are we doing it? I know, we've had some you have had some Bison meetings last week, and are there any updates in regards to that?
Well, I said that at the beginning. There was final documents that needed to be signed.
Perfect.
And they're all being signed. All the partners signed, and we've sent it off, so it stays away. The company that you mentioned is actually the company that I explained.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm watching
NASDAQ.
Everybody's comments, knowing people are having trouble, paying attention to his list. I apologize because I truly am trying to make sure.
And I'm seeing the questions as I can follow. So
good.
The question was, when do you see us being able to borrow? I said that in our last call 6
Yep.
to 8 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago. So to be able to borrow on the NFT, as you know, we need the new platform to be live. And I think we've got very excitement moments on that. And I don't know, are we sharing anything? You're back?
I'm back. I got
Oh, good,
bumped.
good. I've been kind of recapping the checklist here. So Hakan is doing a fantastic job and he's covered a lot
I'm not
of
the
it.
best when it comes to, but
You're doing a
Where
great job.
what were we sharing about?
We were
Okay, we
just now
spoke about-
talking. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Hakan.
we spoke about the loan, we spoke about the company NASDAQ. That's what we
We
were
spoke about the
discussing.
stores.
And I think I've been able to explain how exciting it is, both on the legal side and on the liquid side. We talked about stores, and I think a lot
Yep.
of the questions that are coming in is all about when can we be able to use our NFTs and an asset to borrow. And I said, well, you know, it was 6 to 8 weeks. It's all about going live with the new BoogieG platform. And I think, I don't know, are we sharing anything about the new site today? I don't know the agenda, but I know that we're very, very close in the progress of the new platform.
Okay. I want to pick your brain a little bit about all of the Europe. I want to get really present to what is happening with the company as far as going to market. I know that with the loan coming in, it allows us to do things in a much bigger way. So I wanted to just hear your vision of how does this now happen from now on, from this point forward. We're talking that all of our technologies is pretty much ready to go. You know, our exchange, we have some final things happening with Bison Bank, which allows for, you know, Miracle with installments, Miracle Token. Those two are in the process of being registered and listed and all that.
And giving us the option to offer our users to actually, through us, open a Bison account and actually us to be able to give them an IBAN.
Right. So we sort of have internally through an API connection, right? On our platform, on our website, you will be able to actually have your own bank account on the site itself. Is that sort of what we're saying?
Correct.
Okay. Now, I know that we have terminals that have been ordered. I know you know, because we have the Germany deal, we have the 4,000 stores. So we're working on getting to market, getting those stores up in
June, starting through the GSM stores in Germany and the stores in Benelux. So we're rolling out with the existing deals that we've signed.
Yeah.
So we're pushing through the electronic terminals, and towards mid-June or at the end of June, we will open the onlines as well.
Awesome. Okay. And then we looked at, so as it stands through Abu Bamboo now being in under our holding company, that becomes us. So Abu Bamboo is now Miracle, right? And through that,
all of our local companies went under the holding company. So Germany Miracle, Holland Miracle,
so
all of them.
It's
Not
really
only Abu Bamboo.
Right. So everything is the same company. So we can essentially do business in any European country with any of our products at any point in time. So that sort of opens us up to really go after the European market in a different way. So you spoke to me a little bit about advertising, and you said, well, soon everyone in Europe will know what Miracle is, and I wanted to see what do you mean by that? What's your thoughts on how we go live? And here's one thing.
Okay. If
I
we're
get
gonna
questions
if we're gonna be
before
talking about marketing, okay, we said like 6-8 weeks ago, we admitted, we said we've got the best technology, but we didn't have the best look, right? So
Yeah.
we remedied this. So in
Right.
3 to 4 weeks, everybody's going to see, well, you've seen it, I've seen it,
Yeah.
a mega change in our look. Okay. We're currently in the process of headhunting our global CMO. Okay.
Yeah.
His or her first big task is to make Miracle a well-known European brand. So, and a lot of that, a good percentage of that loan is going to be invested into marketing, as we discussed. We
Right.
need to be on not every billboard, but definitely all the billboards that are next to our stores. We need to be on all digital marketing in EU. And, you know, every single material that we will use to bring in not only leads, but generate transactions at our merchants, that whole plan will be activated once we complete the onboarding mission of our CMO, which, you know, we're in the process of doing at the moment.
Right. Because, you know, I get questions, you know, I have questions coming to me and they say, hey, is there going to be a payout June? You know, and I'm thinking, okay, so there's a disconnect there between, in a sense, that Miracle has to be making sales for us to make payouts.
Yeah.
And so Miracle has to really launch into the marketplace and grab those customers and start getting those transactions. That's where the money is coming from, right?
Yeah.
So we have yet to really go for it. And, you know, we've been holding back. It's like we've been setting up our pieces on the chessboard and we're about to execute. And it means we're going in, it's going to be checkmate.
Because you're going into existing business, Micah. Okay. We're not going and putting an electronic terminal on the street. Okay. We're going and putting an electronic terminal into a GSM store. That store is currently selling phones, right?
Yeah.
We're just taking a percentage of their existing business, and we're looking forward to increase their sales. So we're not
perfect. This is where I want to get with you, because here's the thing. You have been part of this experience before as a CEO of a company, I think twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Twice, one CRM and one Turkey.
Yeah, when you guys, basically you were building the software to unify all of the 4 ATM networks in Turkey. And so I'm sure, I don't know the exact story, but I'm sure.
I first did it in whole of UK, by the way.
Oh, well,
UK then Turkey. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I told you the story.
No, I missed that part. Okay. So UK was separated as well.
No. The separate bit is Turkey.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get at, Hakan, is because you've been down the road and you've seen it and you've been through it, you see the stages of it happening. First, and then I'm talking about Turkey, there was 4 different ATM networks. And I guess the idea was, if we build something, we can unify these networks and we can be in the middle of all those transactions, right?
And do you know how difficult it is to get financial institutions to all agree on one idea?
I can only imagine.
I had to go to McKinsey, get reports on McKinsey, and explain to them that it was a waste of investment, because they had ATMs, 4 of ATMs installed beside each other.
Right.
So the actual cost of that capex was unnecessary.
Right.
and on all these bits and pieces. Okay.
Right. So where I'm going with this is idea, then build it, build the software, build the solution, and at the same time get everybody to agree. Everybody agrees, and then launch, right? So all of that took an insane amount of work and time. But then when you launched it, when it went to market, it was boom overnight. I imagine very fast.
You don't install a terminal into, because as I said, you're going into an existing business. Okay. We're not opening little shops and waiting to build one customer and then two and then four.
Right.
You're going
Right.
into 1,000 transactions, and you're first taking 200 of those transactions, and then you're growing.
Right.
So you're going into existing business now.
Right.
And it's the marketing, it's the timing, and it's the power of the product. So let me bring you back to the conversation we had 2 days ago at the office about our Miracle Pay Online. Okay.
Yeah.
We are just started to plan to roll out our Miracle Pay Online, right?
Yep.
Does it have competition in the world? Yes, it does. But why have we waited so long? And I'll explain to you why we've waited so long. Okay. The biggest competitor for Miracle Pay Online is a company called BitPay. Okay. They are worth billions. At least 35, 40 billion. Right? But they don't have their own exchange. They have modeled themselves in a position where they count themselves as a piece of software, and depending on whichever country they're giving service to, they connect to that local exchange. Okay? This is an easy way.
Yeah.
But if you have your own exchange as well, you're saving on all those costs that's going out there to those other exchanges, right? And you're deciding, you're giving more swiftly, more precise decisions on the destiny of that business, right?
Right.
The second thing that we've done that no other company in the world has is fiat settlements. All these competitors, including BitPay, only settle with crypto, only. We waited all this time to create this Bison relationship, a global relationship, to make sure that we're the only company on a virtual POS that can settle with fiat. Because Amazon, what are they interested in? They're interested in selling more goods and getting their money. They're not interested in selling, yes, they're interested in selling goods, but they're not interested in piling up wallets of coins and dealing with that and opening a different department that's going to deal with their crypto. They're not interested in that. They want their money and they want to increase their sales. So they want fiat at the end. So we're the only company that can do that. Thirdly, we are the only technology in the world on the virtual POS that can do a refund on the transaction. That's why we have waited so long. Now we are ready to hit the market and say, you know what? What you knew yesterday, there's something much better and unbeatable. It's the timing and building the product and the strategy. And it's the same with everything, right? It's the punch. How effective is it going to be? So answering your question, do you go to start rolling out with, I don't know, a pub in Berlin? Or do you get a deal with a major GSM operator and walk into their existing business? That's what I mean.
Right. And, you know, that's what I saw the first time you presented to me, was that when you have something unique and something valuable that the retailer, that's going to actually increase the bottom line for the retailer, then and no one else has it, you can go in and it's like shooting fish in a barrel because they all want your service because you're going to improve their business and no one else is knocking on their door at that time.
Yeah, yeah. And the only thing now that we've got that we need to cook, you know, yes, we've got the best products. Yes, we've built the best technology. Okay. It's now we're ready to bring in and you know, the right people, like I said, the CMO. It's heaven for a CMO like this. A person with the talent of marketing to have products like this in his hand is heaven for him or her. Now it's the time to give all this technology and all this strategy to a genius marketing team and let the world know. That's where we are, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, and I'll take you down this path a little bit, Hakan, because, you know, there's been a couple of moments where we've been talking and you turn to me and you just simply say, I know, you know, I know what this is. I know where it's going. And I understand that you know because you've been here before. Like when you turned over the solution for the micro credit or whatever program to the white goods dealer in Turkey, you knew you had it. And when they turned it on, from what I understand, is they increased their sales or they did $1 billion extra.
Instantly.
Instantly. Okay? Instantly. That's what I'm saying. None of us have had that experience. So we only know it as a theory. We can't wrap ourselves around that because we haven't been down that road. But we are.
How long did it take you when you met with crypto and you understood crypto, the day you understood crypto, how long did it take you to get into crypto? The day you understood it.
It was a few weeks from the time that I started to study it to when I had my first wallet and had my first coin. It was a few weeks.
It happens instant.
Yeah.
The minute you understand it, it's instant.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not building a new toy or new gadget and we're going to let the people get used to it. You know, it's payment.
Right.
It's been there for decades. It's just a different type of payment.
Right.
It was tomatoes, you know, 1,000 years ago, and today's crypto. That's what it is.
Right. Right. And, you know, that ties into that when we shared the DCF for UK and Germany, you know, like that moment, we told dozens, if not over 100 people, that they just became multimillionaires, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were sitting, oh, I don't know if that's even possible for them to actually take in, to understand. Some of the our affiliates are already millionaires. It's fine, whatever. But it's a really big leap, right? So when you saw those billions on the DCF, was it a surprise to you? Were you?
I've always said to you, Micah, that in 4 or 5 years, we're going to build a $200 billion business. I never said less.
Yeah. And you're actually, on everything else, in my opinion, and not my experience, is that you're very conservative on everything. Everything else, maybe but that, in a sense that that's a big number for me to accept in such a short time. But now that I see what can happen with this and how quickly it happens, I get it from the perspective of that you've lived this before, you've seen it before, and you see the numbers, you know the power of it.
Does Coinbase have electronic terminals? No.
No.
Do they do virtual POS? No.
No.
Do they have Miracle do they have any coin with installments?
No.
No. Do they have Miracle Home?
Nope. Do they have a stable coin?
They're 150 billion at the moment.
Right. And it,
We
you
will
know,
never,
it's like,
we will never be as big as Binance and Coinbase on the buy and sell side. But we've got enough variables to combine and be bigger.
right, as a company. Got it. And that's what I wanted to go, because I just, you know, for those who, for instance, bought Benelux like literally a month ago. A month ago.
Before you go into Benelux, I want to give an example. We as a team, okay, we've been discussing about the payment of the dividends and the Phoenix coin and what we're going to do with the Phoenix coin, and the fact that Phoenix is the gas price for Miracle, but it's also the dividend payment. Or shall we use the electronic terminal commission on Phoenix? Right? We've been discussing all of this, right?
Yeah.
And even that is something that is not embedded into our forecast. But everybody is part of it. That itself is a multi-billion idea strategy project in itself, right?
Yeah.
So I'll leave you to Benelux. I think he was walking into Benelux.
Yeah. So let me just let's just sum up this store. I see store questions coming. All of our leases are paid. All our leases are there. We are at different stages on the stores. It's construction, it's furniture, it's what else is it? I think everything is past lawyers and all that, permits and all that. So it really is construction, it's furniture, and basically finalizing that. So the span of maybe the next 2 to 8 weeks for all of them to be open.
Correct. And I did say that. Hello?
Yeah. Right. So can you hear me, or is it me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just answering one of the questions I saw that I knew the straight answer, so I was quickly answered.
Which one was that?
Somebody, I didn't look at the name. I just saw the question. It was something about the Ernst Young report. 10 to 15 days away. It could be earlier, but just to be on the conservative side, I said 10, 15 days. That's the first Ernst Young, which is Germany, coming in, and the rest will follow.
And let's cover France real quick. France is France. They don't move fast. It's incredible how slow they move in France when it comes to real estate. You know, the landlords and the lawyers, et cetera. So that one's also been a challenge. But where are we at with France as a whole?
So I did share. We will. Hello, you there?
Yeah.
So we will. We've finished all the slowness and all that document, and everything is finished, and we've started all the furniture, which is nearly complete now. We will open France in June, and by the end of June, we will also have France online open.
Okay, perfect. And so everyone understands, as far as when it comes
by the way, one thing that I forgot to say, on the loan that people are asking, I don't know if I've ever mentioned the company that actually raised us the loan. You know the name, and
yeah,
the company which is managing 35 billion at the moment. they're also interested to be one of the loan providers along with Bison on our platform. Just for your information.
Very cool, very cool. And just so everyone knows, I think it's both of our estimates that money in your pocket is the fastest way there is the loan, because you can have significant amounts of money in your pocket from the loan. Now, is it smart to do the loan? Some people are a little bit confused on that. Well, you know, they hear loan, they hear obligation, right? But the loan allows you to take money in without having to, you know, pay tax on it, because it's a loan. And the interest on the loan is going to definitely be less than the tax would have been. You can use the loan if the payments from our sales fall behind a little bit as far as payments, loan payments come in, and then we haven't started paying you enough to pay the loan yet. That's going to be, you know, possibly a very, very short period of time, but you can use the loan money to pay the loan until it happens. Then eventually the payments coming in from us will pay off the loan. And then the increase in value on the NFT will allow you to borrow more money against the value as the increase in value increases. Then there's the peer-to-peer option. And then for those of you who like to flip, you can do that and go on to OpenSea. If you need or want to sell it, or if you have something else that you want to do, if you have multiple NFTs and you want to pull $1 million out, for instance, you can do that possibly in the open market on the NFTs, which will probably shoot up really fast based on all of what we're doing with our NFTs. So there's a lot of different ways for you to actually get the money in your pocket, you know, faster than maybe we even told you in the beginning, because of this option.
Much faster.
Yeah.
Much faster, because your earnings are going to easily pay the loan, and the loan is going to upfront your receivables. So, like you said, it's much faster than any business could pay out.
Right. Yeah,
In
it's a shortcut to big money. And you can also then be part of, you know, putting the money back into the new projects, new countries that we're doing, maybe owning ATMs and stores and things like that. So putting that money to work for you as well to create more passive income. You know, pull out and then own 20, you know, crypto ATMs that are paying you, you know, every week, every day, whatever. So those are all the options that are happening. Don't stress about the timing of opening, because the timing of opening this is going to be perfect. I just feel that we're blessed. I feel that we're protected, and I feel like things are happening exactly the way they're supposed to happen. So don't rush, you know, don't rush this project. You know, understand that this project is maturing, and it's perfect the way it's happening, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, that we're going into probably opening a lot of these markets all at the same time, and then we can have basically the marketing campaign can be so much more powerful because there's more to push into, in a sense, right?
Yeah. And I was saying something, I don't know if it's on your agenda and you're gonna go into. I just said that, you know, all this loan that we're discussing obviously is triggered by us having the new platform live. And I know that we are very close, and we're sort of having sight to how it's looking. Are we going into that today? Are we giving any hints? I don't know.
No, I mean, we have shown the look and feel. So I think the next time that when we do this, it's going to be when we actually launch the new site. So the Cashflow NFT is going to be absolutely brand new, And boogiegopherclub.com, of course, is brand new. And on boogiegopherclub.com, you'll have all of those new functions that we're talking about. And we are working on an upgraded NFT, as I said last time, because we're adding retroactively more value to your NFT. We're adding Phoenix to the package, and we're adding nodes to your package. So those of you who've already bought NFTs, those will be awarded Phoenix tokens and nodes into that membership. And we will continue to add value to the Boogie Gopher Club community with various projects that we're planning. So the community and the value of just being part of the community will continue to increase. Okay, so now I was touching on this, and this is really one thing that I wanted to let everyone know. I know for a fact that most of you still don't understand, okay, you don't fully understand what happened. Because if you did, we would have zero NFT.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This was just part 1. Remember, there's part 2. It's coming up, so make sure you look for it in the next 24 hours. And with all that said, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, but if you want passive income, this is a potential opportunity for you. But make sure you do your own due diligence. Make sure you research. Make sure this is definitely what you want to do, because this is a growing opportunity, which does not mean that it's going to be successful. And remember, when they're talking about these pro forma numbers, when they're talking about a DCF, remember that is all based on the future. It's not based on revenue that's coming in right now. So when they talk about $1 billion evaluation, that's not really $1 billion, because the company does not make $100 million annually right now. This is based on if you have thousands of stores with ATMs inside, thousands of stores where you're going to have your lending program where people can buy items and products, and you have thousands of people utilizing it. This is if there's thousands of people in your exchange where you're making exchange money. This is thousands of units of a point of sale system where people are doing transactions on a daily basis, where you have transaction fees coming in. They don't have this going on right now. So this is why I highly caution you to talk about DCF and valuations, and talking about an NFT is worth 800,000, 900,000, $1 million, because there is nothing in place other than a few stores right now that you've heard about. The rest of the infrastructure has to be built. So just keep that in mind. Now let's get on with the part 2, and stay tuned. And again, down below in the description is where you'll find the Miracle Cash and More link. It takes you over to Cashflow NFT, and that's where you sign up to buy an NFT or become an affiliate and refer others to buy it. But either way, that's where you want to go sign up. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.